All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to the main event. 12 rounds for the WBO and Lineal Jr. Welterweight Championships of the World. Please welcome from Brooklyn, New York, the takeover, Teofimo Lopez. And the reigning and defending WBO and Lineal Jr. Welterweight Champion from Prestapans, Edinburgh, Scotland, the Tartan Tornado, Josh Taylor.
I know a lot of people want to see me get knocked out and things like that.
Josh Taylor and Teofimo Lopez going at it at the theater at Madison Square. And listen, this fight is all set up too to be controversial. These guys are very close in skill level. It's going to be a high caliber boxing event, I would imagine. Both guys are incredibly good. I'm really looking forward to this. What do you think here? And I'll pull the lines up. I want to get your initial thoughts, and then we'll talk about who you like in the fight.
It's an intriguing fight. It really is, for a lot of reasons. Both, probably not the reasons you would expect me to say. Both have taken steps back. There's no doubt about it. They've both taken steps backwards lately. And both probably deserve to lose their last fights. How often have we seen that?
Yep,
where you're
good
going
point.
into a big fight where both fighters probably lost their last fights, but they got the house treatment. You know, they got the preferential treatment that we talk about. Taylor probably deserved to lose against Catterall, and Teofimo versus Martin. They were both dropped in these fights where they were prohibitive favorites, but Taylor was actually hurt much worse. Lately, they both in those fights, they just walked in. No setups, no disguising, what their intentions were. No boxing IQ. Just coming in, throwing and getting caught coming in. Not what we came to expect of them, or we thought we expected of them, of being a higher quality level athlete, performer, fighter, than just guys coming in, being game and chucking punches. Teofimo kept getting caught with a southpaw right hook of Martin on his way in. By the way, Taylor is also a southpaw that he'll be fighting. And he'll probably catch him coming in. Taylor will also have that right hook ready to catch Teofimo coming in, just like Martin caught him, if Teofimo just looks to come in cold with no feint or proper jab or science. Teofimo was reaching in a lot in his last fight. Taylor, hey, the criticisms, I'm spreading it out because it's constructive criticism, it's fair, it's right, it's honest. Taylor was also just walking in, getting nailed with straight left hand from the southpaw Catterall, too. Of course, Teofimo's not a southpaw, so perhaps that's going to favor Taylor. It's going to favor Taylor that he's not fighting a southpaw. Taylor, the way this fight breaks down for me, Taylor has long arms. He should look to control the outside and force or try to get Teofimo to reach in, to get him where he can catch him with some counters as he comes forward. I think Taylor sometimes looks for his left uppercut, maybe a little too much. I don't know, but for me, he better be looking for some of the other punches too. That I think he could just catch Teofimo coming in, like I said, force him on the outside, force him to make mistakes, force him to reach a little bit like he did in his last fight. And if he does that, I think Taylor will be serving himself right. He'll get a chance to maybe catch him again the way Martin caught him. Teofimo should use feints before coming in. In other words, knock on the front door a little bit before you just come in. Come in the side door. Keep Taylor off balance so he can't time him coming in. Teofimo, he has to fight a controlled and disciplined fight using his snappy jab to set up combinations and not just looking for one big punch. He needs to fight a complete fight as he did and never did again with that level, but as he did, Ken, with Lomachenko. And we thought that we were watching the coming of maybe a great fighter when we saw that. And then it never quite materialized to that next point. He took a step back, and then he lost, of course, right away to Kambosos. And a lot of turmoil in his life. I get it. But still, that doesn't matter. You get in the ring, you got to perform. Nobody cares about that other stuff. That's the bottom line. But if it's still in him, he needs to fight a complete fight, disciplined fight, like he did with Lomachenko. But when I was going over this in my mind, I thought to myself, that Lomachenko fight seems like 100 years ago, doesn't it, Ken?
Oh yeah.
It really. So if both or either one of them fight in a sloppy, reckless style, just moving in, looking for big shots like I've been describing in the last couple fights, someone's going to get hurt, or they both might get hurt. But I don't think they will. I really believe that they respect each other's abilities in this fight, and they're going to fight a much tighter, much more button-up fight. I think this is a fight that is really going to come down to who has the better trainer. I don't talk about this too often, but the trainer is so important, I think, in the preparation. Coming off what they're coming off, what I just described, both of them, So I think it's really going to be very, very much a matter of their trainers, where it's going to influence them in preparation for this specific fight.
They both seem to be struggling outside of the ring with like just craziness, and Lopez with the crazy guns. Let me ask you this. Which one of those fighters, let's say the fight is razor thin, or like could go either way, who do you think the judges, who do you think the promotion wants to win this fight? Has Top Rank had enough of Teofimo's crap? You know, he's fought on, who do you fight for, DAZN or Trilla? He's had fights away from the promoter, so that's not going to go over well. Josh Taylor's had his issues outside of the ring. Who do you think the promotion wants to see win this fight?